Greetings from India. I am Milan Trivedi, Senior General Manager, Sales and Quality Assurance at Fine Line Circuits Limited. I warmly welcome you to take a plant tour and core team introduction to our team. My first introduction will be to our Managing Director, Mr. Abhay Doshi.
Hello and welcome to Fine Line Circuits. My name is Abhay Doshi and I'm the Managing Director, and this company was founded by my family, including my brother, colleague and promoter Rajiv Doshi. Our company has been located right from the start in SEEP's export zone, and we export to over 15 different countries and build printed circuit boards with a lot of pride. Our accomplishments have been, we have been a listed company. We have also been certified by various space and defense agencies. And I'd like to introduce to you my core team: Prakash Morgaonkar, who looks after operations and investments; Nikhil Kumar, who looks after production and deliveries; Milan Trivedi, who looks after sales and QA; Prema Radhakrishnan, who looks after finance, compliances and HR; and Rajiv Doshi, my colleague and promoter. Prakash.
Hello, I am Prakash Morgaonkar, basically an electronics engineer, started career in the PCB designing, and now I have 27 years of experience, out of which 17 years in Fine Line, looking after the operations and projects. Thank you.
Hello, I am Mr. Nikhil Kumar. I am in company since 1991. I am joined as a supervisor and presently as a general manager, total production and deliveries. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Milan Trivedi here. I'm looking after sales and quality assurance at Fine Line. I started my career in PCBs in long back 1987. I have a large experience of 30 years for the PCBs and working with Fine Line since 1997. With my team support of production and other colleagues, we have developed several certifications with ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, as well as several defense sectors. Thank you.
I am Prema Radhakrishnan, Senior General Manager of Finance and HR. I am in this company since 1994. I have 26 years of experience in this field. I am taking care of finance, compliances and HR. In finance, I am taking care of accounts, banking. In HR, I am taking care of SOP and compliances related to all stock exchange matters. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rajiv Doshi, Executive Director and taking care and promoter and taking care of the growth of the company and support to the team.
Now we are entering to the stores department of our company. We are now at the cold storage room of Fine Line Circuits, where all the critical items which are to be stored into the controlled temperature and humidity are stored here. This is the list of items where all the details has been mentioned for the items to be stored in this room. And the next one you can see where the temperature and humidity records are being mentioned there on the daily basis, and the range is also mentioned on the bottom of the report, where the temperature is to be required 15 to 18 degrees centigrade and the humidity range is 40 to 50% RH. And the next slide you can see that the humidity and temperature meter, where the constantly monitoring has been done and it has been recorded as per this meter, and a calibration tag is available on the top of the meter. The basic inward inspection procedure for Fine Line Circuits Limited is we accept basic raw material and other materials as per the supplier's certificate of compliance. We do not have a facility to perform the testing, hence the acceptance is on COFC base. You can see our basic raw material supplier, Nanya Plastic. This material is dated 12th of May 2020, where the detailed COFC has been supplied by the Nanya Plastic. On the basis of this, the inward inspector registered the notification given in this, and then the purchase order has been checked with this, and then the GRN is prepared. The next step is to accept the GRN based on the COFC. This is the GRN document which has been accepted and made as per the COFC of the supplier. And finally, the material issue from the stores is done based on the material requisition slip, and the detail of the number you can see on the below. You can see the various materials has been stored in the cold storage room, and also there is a accepted stamp on the top of that to identify the acceptance of the material at Fine Line store.
Welcome to our engineering department. This is the pre-production engineering department. In this department, we are checking all the inputs received from the customer. All the engineers are working on the inputs. I would like to introduce my engineering manager, Mr. Jason. Please come on. He is our engineering manager. So the engineers are checking on the inputs. All the engineers are trained for two things specifically. One is the real core engineering CAM process, and another is PCB production process. This is very important to know the PCB production process for an CAM engineer, so that they can take care of all the process requirements and production requirements while doing the engineering of the job. So this is the key thing, that all the processes are known by these engineers. Once the input checking is completed, they will start looking at the jobs for the DFM process. We do a detailed DFM process, and many of the times our customers are appreciating for these engineers that they have found out many things which are been there, something issues in the designs. So the credit goes to all these engineers that they could find not only the production process requirements, but also the issues which are there in the designing. Once the designing analysis is completed, then they will prepare the manufacturing job specifications, and this is the manufacturing job specification, which is having all the technical inputs required for this customer. This is the customer's code number, this is the customer's part number, this is the unique file number given for this particular part number, B21X13A. This first B stands for the customer code number, customer's first letter. Then 21 stands for the 21th customer whose name starts with B. Then 13 stands for the 13th part number for this customer. And A stands for the first revision or the latest revision of this particular part number. Whenever there is a revision change, this A will become to B and B will become to C. The details of the technical specification is having a 14-layer PCB with high TG material, inner core thickness, base copper thickness, PCB finish. This area is for the drilling people. This area is for the MLB stacking and bonding. This area is for the inner layer and outer layer. This area is for the holes and copper plating. This is for the screen printing, legend, hole filling, carbon, pillable with sheet layout and the remarks. So this becomes a total complete technical specification which moves along with the panels as a job traveler. Once this is done, the engineer will sign over here, the head of the department will sign over here, and the QA head will sign over here. This specification goes to planning department and QC department along with the drawings. This is the impedance calculation which is done, and all the data which is required for the impedances are stored over here, and QC will check the impedances based on this stack up and the impedance requirements. We have an excellent revision change procedure in the company. Whenever we get any ECN or any new inputs data, the engineer will take all the old revision inputs from the production and they will scrap it. The new inputs and the new programs will be distributed to the production, and only the latest data will be available in the production. If customer requires, for any reason, if customer requires old revision data, then that can be retrieved from the backup and that can be issued to the shop floor. We have an excellent backup system also. All the engineers are taking backup daily onto their computers. Then that is backed up to the master hard disk weekly, and then that master hard disk is again backed up to the hard disk which is kept outside the factory monthly. So this is the good system for revision change notice and backup. We have a photo plotter, laser photo plotter from Arbotech LP5008, and it has a very good resolution of 8000 dpi.
This is a resist assist process for the surface preparation for the inner layers. The PCBs are processed, panels are processed to this resin chassis process, and then it is delivered to the dry film laminator. You can see the dry film lamination of the inner layers here. All the panels coming after the resin chassis is loaded into the dry film laminator. After the lamination is done, the panels are processed after the lamination to the exposing machine. You can see backside the exposing machine where the operator is exposing the panels. That machine is automatic machine from the France with the collimated light and CCD camera, where we can do with maximum accuracy from layer to layer. The machine used is automatic for the exposing process. And here is the panel coming out from the developing chamber. We have a Hall-Wheeler acid etching machine to make the inner layer etching here. You can see the panels are being etched out by this machine, and very few seconds you will see the panel coming out of it. This is a very good acid etching to make a very fine line spacing and line width we can do. 2 mil by 2 mil can be etched by this acid etching machine. Here you can see the inner layer is completely etched out, and our manager is taking out the panel from the machine. This is the machine of Orbotech for the automatic optical inspection system, where the inner layers are inspected and identified whether that is okay or not. You can see the inner layers is been tested out, and here is the output. After getting the AOI inspection, the panel, if it is okay, it goes for the bonding, or otherwise it is moved to the Orbotech rework station. This is the multi-layer layup process. This is a 4-layer PCB design, and you can see the operator is mounting the boards on the pressing pins. There are 4 tooling pins. 1 is offline and 3 are with the standard lines. So pre-preg, laminates, pre-preg and 4-layer is constructed, and after the layup is done, the panel is moved to the multi-layer press for the pressing. This is a multi-layer control panel for the OEM press, and you can see that all the parameters has been listed out on the display, and all the recipes are being stored with this control panel. So when an operator is selecting a respective recipe, it will be used up, and when the cycle is under pressing, the operator can constantly monitor the pressure, temperature and cycle, all the various parameters of this recipe on the display. This is a OEM press from USA, which is a 6-platen press with a vacuum press. So there is a hot press where you can see, and on our right side, you can see there is a cold press. So there is, after the completion of the hot press cycle, the panels are moved to the cold press, and then after taking out the panel, we take it out, and then it is moving to the baking for the further process before the drilling. We are having all the drilling equipments in this area from Pozalex, which is a branded name from the Switzerland. This machine is Ultra Speed Dynamic, which is specialized for the control depth drilling options. All the controls within the machines are completely automated. If an operator does a mistake to put a wrong drill bit, if the drill bit is broken or any other error has been done by the operator, the machine controls it and it rectifies on his own methods. In the PCB industry, drilling quality is the most important process to ensure the further electrolytic process of black hole or electrolyte takes place, and further electroplated copper performs to the requirement by the customer. So we ensure proper drill bit management at our company. Stack high for all the different layer counts we have identified very clearly. For the multi-layer more than 6 layers, we only stack for 1 high. As well as for the drill sharpening methods, for all multi-layer PCBs, we only use fresh drill bits, and for the double side, we maximum reground the drill bits for 2 times, not more than that. Other controls for the first article, all the panels which are drilled at fine line, we drill only first panel once, and then after successful completion of 1 panel, the rest of the panels are drilled by the drilling department. FA has been preserved by the drilling department lifetime unless this revision becomes absolute by the customer. All the panels being processed with the PTH it is important to have a proper desmear process to have an effective PTH at the next level of the electroplating process. We are doing permanent based desmear process, and the process is controlled with the absolute process flow chart. You can see that all the various temperature controller, conditioner time, rinsing time, and what the other parameters have been regularly identified and recorded before the process, during the process, and end of the process. This is a Europlasma equipment which we have specially purchased for all the PTFE products. All the PTFE product which is having a PTH holes are done in this process to ensure high reliability of the PTH. And this is used for all PTH, PTFE PCBs. This, you can see the inside face of Europlasma machine, which can be used for 18 by 24 inch panel size, and we can maximum desmear 10 panels at a time. This is a black hole process. Active carbon deposition takes place in this process for the further electroplating process. You can see our right side, there is a control panel where all the temperatures and the conveyor speeds, everything is set right. The panel starts from this here, and loading has been done, and outloading is done after the complete process is completed in the dry film lamination chamber. So this is the black hole process, and it delivers the board into the lamination. The panels are coming from the black hole from this chamber, and you can see it is coming out from this conveyor, and it is moving onto the dry film lamination. The dry film lamination has been done here, and after the lamination is done, it is moved into the exposing area. On the back side, you can see two exposing machines are there, automatic, and another one equipment where the exposing takes place, and then panel moves into the developing chamber. This is the electrolysis line for the PTH. You know, space job or critical defense jobs are required with the electrolysis plating prior to copper plating process, and hence we have installed this electrolysis line here at Fine Line to ensure high reliability for the PTH integrity. As you know, process engineering is one of the prime department in the PCB industry. In our company, process engineering identifies the new raw material, validates them for usage at the company, and also fixes the various parameters within the company for the production requirements. Also, they are responsible for getting the supplier audit done periodically within the company and maintaining the record. Metal turnover for the various chemicals being used within our company, they maintain the record and ensure the compliance of all the basic requirements related with the process engineering. I have with me my process manager, Mr. Murli Gund. He takes care of entire process implementation and supply related requirements within our company. You can see the various equipments available with our process engineering department. This is the PS meter, which is important for the basic analysis to be conducted within our company. The next one, black one, you can see that is the conductivity meter to be used for the conductivity measurement. The next one, you can see the rectifier, which is used for the Hull cell test for the various plating bars we are using. The next one is a weighing scale for the finer measurement for the various measurements to be done at our company. You can see on the top everywhere, you can see the calibration tag, which is very important because when we do the system controls at the various stages, the calibration plays a very vital role. And finally, as process control is a chemically controlled department, you can see all the various titration equipments within the department to control all the various process controls within the organization. Daily analysis is the heart in the PCB, and we have a detailed schedule made for the chemical analysis company-wide. You can see this daily analysis schedule, document number RPRO-DA01, which is talking about the details of what time, which department, and what chemicals needs to be analyzed with the frequency of that particular department. And this schedule is being maintained and it has been recorded into this daily analysis book. The ID number is RPRD-DA01, where all the records of scheduled item has been recorded here. This is very much important record for the DTV wholesale record, which is important for the ensuring copper plating bars are all time intact and meeting to the quality requirements as required in the optimum level by fine line circuits. Next one is again very important test for the black hole process. This is a DTV chain record, which we have to regularly perform per week and then record what is the performance of DTV chain. Is it meeting to the minimum requirement or exceeding, or where we stand in this particular process. These are the samples of the record, and most important thing is this process control charts. You can see PCB is a chemically controlled process. Various sectors are using varieties of chemicals. So process control chart indicates what are the various things required, what are the parameters with the minimum and maximum level, with the optimum level, and that has been regularly mentioned by the department supervisor with the date and sign. This is done company-wide for all the various sections for the chemical controls within the organization. In the same way, we need an audit for the process. So, process engineering departments once in a month goes to the section in the company wide and audits the parameters based fixed by the process engineering department. You can see this is done for the DCPR process in June 2020, and it has been conducted and it is signed on 10th of June 2020. So this is the way periodically audits are also done to ensure the compliance of the process within the company to ensure high reliability product of our company. We are in the electroplating area, and basically we have two major plating, copper plating and tin plating here. The first 3 bars are with the copper plating, and the last 4 bars are for the electroplated tin requirement as a protective layer to the copper plating. The line which is here with the Attotech chemistry here, the periodic test has been done for the ductility test with the Attotech places, and other tests like carbon addition and other measurements are done at fine line. All the different records are being maintained in a very correct manner within the organization. This is the record for the daily production record book for the copper plating bar. In the same way, the next one you can see, this is a daily production logbook for the tin plating process. This is very much important for the reliable plating process. Copper plating daily current measurement record. Current given versus current achieved within the rectifier has been measured and recorded here. And this is the copper and tin addition and filter cartridge change record. And very important is, daily we do plenty of varieties of part numbers here, and every panel is going to the first article inspection process. Every first article has been measured and audited by the quality assurance department, has been recorded here. One copy is preserved by QA, another copy is given to this department as a reference. This is our etching line. It starts from the back side. You can see first dry film stripping, copper etching and tin stripping. This is a conveyorized IS Italy line to complete our etching process. This is the pre-mask inspection area. After the etching and tin stripping, the 100% panels are inspected for the visual inspection to ensure the etching is done correctly prior to solder mask process. This is the surface preparation process for the outer layer before the solder mask process. So earlier days the brushing was used, but nowadays there is a chemical cleaning process has been done to ensure the thinner boards can be done and the thicker copper panels also can be done. So this is the MEC chemical cleaning process. We are using MEC materials for this particular process. Auto dosing is completely done by the equipment and nothing manual addition is done. So after the panels are done through the MSc process, it comes for the printing. You can see we have 2 conventional screen printing machines where the printing is done. We do first side printing, then the panel goes to the tunnel oven, and then again it comes back for the second side printing. And after the second side printing is done, the panel through the tunnel oven is going to the exposing department. We can do all the different colors of the solder mask: green, black, yellow, white, clear, any color on any kind of thickness of the board, 70 micron, 105 microns or 135 microns. Then the panels are moving to the exposing department. This is the exposing machine. You can see we are using the UV light for exposing of the panels. We can use the films, we can expose the panel as per the inputs given by the engineering department, and after that the panels are moving to the developing chamber. This is the control panel of the solder mask developing chamber. You can see all the speed can be adjusted and the differential pressure can be adjusted, and after that the panels are loaded into the developing chamber to move outside after the developing is completed for the pads as well as the holes. After the panels are finally cured, we have a different surface finish: leaded HL, lead-free HL, immersion nickel gold, and immersion tin and immersion silver. You can see the first one is the leaded HL, the second one is a lead-free HL. There is a pre-clean line for the surface preparation before HL, and there is a post-cleaning line after the HL is done to ensure the flux is cleaned from the surface very correctly. Especially in the lead-free HL, we ensure the copper content within the solder is very minimal to ensure high reliability of the solderability as per IPC class 3. Here you can see our immersion nickel gold line, which is starting from top to the end, and on the back side of the left side we have a immersion tin and immersion silver in the same way. On your left you can see the tape gold line for the gold plating. You can see on the screen the special soft gold line installed for the space products. This is the line only for the soft gold requirement, which is done with the electroplated method. As you know, there is a different process to achieve the thickness of 2 micron gold. One can be achieved with electroless process, another one is electroplated method. Electroplated method is working very well for the wire bonding application and have very less impurity to have an excellent performance for all the space grade PCBs and the satellite PCBs. We perform the scoring of the PCBs as per the customer requirement to maintain the web thickness, and you can see the score depth gauge is available to ensure the compliance and requirement of the score depth as per the customer requirement. We are in the routing area, and our routing machines are them from Pozalux Switzerland make. This is Pozalux 6000 machine. You can see the 6-spindle machine here, and it is very much reliable to maintain the high accuracy of the dimensions with this machine. So we are having a different variety of machine for the electrical testing process at our end. You can see on your screen is A31 from ATG, and also on your right side you can see another machine also from ATG. This is a flying probe tester to test the prototype PCBs here with a very less time. If it is a prototype, then it is possible to test on this machine. You can see the next machine is ATG 1000, where the only PTH is there. We can use this machine. This is the oldest version of ATG, which is used only for PCB PTH technology. You can see on your screen the next machine is ATG Accure. This is the ATG Accure with a double density machine, where you can see the testing bed is on the top side and bottom side both. You can see on the machine the PCBs are tested in only few seconds, and you can see the display on the screen whether the PCBs are okay or not okay. When it is good, all the 100% PCBs are good. When you have any kind of problems, you will see any stickers on the PCB, and then it will go to the rework station. You can see our ma'am is working for the rework station for reworking the PCBs. The display will identify the barcode. Barcode is printed on that, and then X and Y coordinates are displayed onto the machine, and then rework has been carried out, and then again the PCB goes for the testing again. Any kind of open circuit is always rejected at fine line, and any short circuits are reworked, and then it goes to the retesting again. All the boards are 100% electrically tested, and finally the yield report has been generated and prepared by our electrical testing supervisor. This is the BBT yield performance report. finally, BBT. Where all the different batches are entered into the logbook, who has tested, when it is tested, and what is the yield percentage per batch. And after that, finally, weekly, BBT yield report has been prepared company-wide, and then it has been circulated to the company, different areas for the improvement and see the findings of the electrical testing area. We perform 100% visual inspection for the entire PCBs produced by Fineline after the electrical testing has been done. Also, the PCBs are checked for the hole quality inspection in process to ensure the hole diameters and the other HL and the other surface finish requirements are met. All the PCBs are inspected as per IPCA 600 revision H requirement. You can see the defects and the pictures are displayed on the board to ensure the operator can verify it when any kind of conflict resolution takes place within the QC area. After the 100% visual inspection has been carried out by the QC department, QA checks random sampling from the QC OK PCBs to ensure the dimensions are meeting to the customer requirements, hole diameter, copper thickness for the surface as well as hole requirements, and checks all the various items described by the engineering in the engineering job specifications. And after these various checks has been done, the final report has been conducted, as you can see on your display in the quality certificate which has been produced by QA, and this goes along with the shipment to the customer. We have several customers in the space sectors and as well as the defense sectors where the customers requires a specific report. Like we are supplying to Indian Space Research Organization. They have a detailed requirement. The quality report is worth of 30 pages, which we need to submit the visual inspection report, the microsection reports, the ionic contamination report, dimension report, and the gold overhang report, and the material description report, all the different requirements. So Fineline is equipped to supply customized quality reports as and when it is defined by the customers. Also, we can support to the PAP report, which is very much required in the Europe, many customers. We are having several equipments at our QA lab to ensure high reliability in our PCBs. This is the peel and pull out tester for the PCB testing, where this can test laminate strength and peel strength for the laminates and pull out strength for the PTH. The next machine you can see is a rapid eye equipment which is connected with the display, where you can see that several microsection analysis can be done to determine the inner layer copper thickness, outer layer copper thickness, inner layer junction, and several other quality related defects through the cross section. Also, we have a Dinolite equipment, the finer small equipment you can see, where we can measure the gold overhang. My engineer is showing you, you can just go closer to the readings, where a finer measurements of 10 microns can be taken, which is a very specified requirement of our Indian space. The gold overhang has to be less than 10 microns. Other than that, we have a CMI XRF unit there on the right side, which is measuring the surface coating thickness for all the different surface finishes like immersion nickel gold, immersion tin, immersion silver, and other surface finishes. Also, you can right side see several other equipments, the vernier caliper, score gauge, micrometer, hole check gauges, and other equipments as required for the PCBs. Traceability and reliability is most important in the PCBs. We have a very good traceability right from the order booking to the customer's PO, to the PCB with the date code, and to the order booking within the department logbook to the final quality certificate, which can be traced out at any time. At the same time, reliability is one of the most important factors. Every batch we produce with the multi-layer, we conduct a thermal shock test with the 288 degree 10 seconds for 3 times, and then we conduct a micro section from the PCB. You can see this is a test coupon which we have taken from this PCB, and that will be micro section after the thermal check to evaluate the cross section properties of that particular sample. After the 100% inspection is carried out, the PCBs are moved to the final packaging area, and packaging is done as per the customer requirement. Normal our standard packaging, you can see very first package that is done with a vacuum pack. On the top of that you can see the stickers is pasted with the customer name, his part number, his date code, and other requirements. The next one you can see the packet with the HIC card. Some of the customers request HIC card to be pasted. So HIC card is put into the shrink wrap packing, And the next package you can see is with a vacuum pack with MBB. And the last one is with MBB pack again. So MBB pack and MBB pack with vacuum, these both the varieties can be supplied by us. After the packing has been completed, the shipment is done to the FedEx or UPS. On the very next day, it has been circulated to the customer through email with the tracking number and the invoice details. And this ends the complete order to the customer. Hi everyone. Now I am going to show you the most important document, Fine Line Sample Product File to you. Fine Line produces, you can see, varieties of products. PTFE PCBs, PTFE PCBs with wire bondable gold, PTFE PCBs with cavity designs, PCB with RF PCBs with 2 to 8 micron wire bondable gold, PCBs with edge plating, rigid PCB, rigid flex PCB, back drill PCB, back plane PCB, thick copper PCBs. Oh my god, all the different varieties have been produced by Fine Line. And now one by one I am going to present you different sample files for your kind consideration. This is the first sample file of the RF PCB for you gentlemen. You can see on the top left 6010 with 50 mil PTH with 2 to 4 micron gold on copper. The next one is again 6002 20 mil with NPTH with 1 mm aluminum backup with 2 to 4 micron wire bondable gold. And the next sample is very critical and very important, you can say. It is a 5880 cavity PCB with blind wire between layer number 1 and 2, that too with 2 to 4 micron wire bondable gold on copper. The substrate thickness is 5 mil and 20 mil. And this product we had manufactured for one of the defense project, and it was successfully compliant with the customer requirement. The next one you can see, it is TMM10i with 25 mil NPTH, and the next one on the top you can see TMM10i with 50 mil NPTH with 70 micron copper with 2 to 4 micron wire bondable gold. The next below 6006 with 10 mil, 6 layer hybrid with RO6002 and FR4. This is very important category gentlemen, because nowadays hybrid requirements day by day is increasing, and we can produce different varieties of combination of hybrid. FR4 to FR4, FR4 with 5880, FR4 with 4350, FR4 with other whatever combination you need. So we are the right company for you to meet your hybrid requirements. The next one again is a TMM material with 25 mil thickness with PTH, 5880 10 mil PTH with blind layer, RO6002 with 20 mil NPTH, 6010 50 mil PTH, 6010 20 mil PTH, again gold on copper, 6002 10 mil, 6002 20 mil with 1 mm copper backup and with PTH. This is really a case very critical. Copper backup PCBs with PTH is very difficult to produce, and we are successfully doing this product over 2 years for our space project, especially for ISRO, and successfully compliance is there all the time. Other PCBs are also 4003 8 mil, 6002 20 mil, Arlon AD250 PTH, Arlon AD250 30 mil PTH. Also we produce this material with different types, 6002 with 10 mil. All the varieties of substrate of Rogers we are compatible to manufacture, and these all samples you can see on the top of this board is with 2 to 4 micron wire bondable gold with electroplating process and not with electroless process. This is underlined because this plays a very vital role for your performance and the purity of the gold with electroplated gold. This sample slide shows about again a very critical varieties of samples. This is a TMM10i hybrid with 100 mil with TMM10i with FR4 high TG material. This is a 3-layer PCB with HL surface finish. One TMM10i itself is very difficult to produce, and that too with hybrid, and we have successfully built this for you gentlemen. And the bottom one is TMM10i, again 100 mil with 2 layer. So we are able to make these product varieties successfully. The first on the top of the left you can see is a 24-layer polyamide PCB with R135 material with 3.2 mm PCB thickness with 70 by 70 micron copper in the inner layers. This is the sample PCB for the qualification of ISRO to have a regular orders for the polyamide 24 layer. The next on the right side you can see is 4350 4-layer PCBs we have made for one of the public sector in India with a back drilling process. As you know, back drilling process is one of the difficult process in the PCB industry, where we drill from layer number 4 to layer number 3 and made a disconnection between layer number 1 and layer number 4. We are making this project for our valued customer over the years now. The next right PCB is a 6-layer blind wire PCB design with layer number 1 and 2 and layer number 5 and 6. Blind wire PCB is our standard product at Fineline and will be more than happy to produce it for you. The next sample is 6-layer rigid flex PCB. We produce rigid and flex PCBs up to 6 layer very comfortably and will be more than happy to produce it for you. Next one, 4-layer PCB with very high copper thickness. Outer layer with 210 microns and inner layer with 105 microns. The next one is 2-layer with 3.2 mm thickness with 3 mil cover layer on the top of that and with 15 micron electroplated nickel. This is a very specific product we developed for one of our US customer, which company is listed in first 500 companies in Fortune list, and it is one of the company of Thomson and Linear. The bottom one is a 6-layer hybrid PCB with 6002 and FR4. So I think this sample files which is presented you with all the varieties of polyamide PCB, back drilling requirement, blind wire, rigid flex PCB, specialized product with nickel plating and the high copper thickness. 10-layer PCB rigid flex sample for your kind consideration. Also you can see below 4-layer rigid flex PCB with ENIG, 2-layer rigid flex PCBs with ENIG surface finish. So we produce varieties of rigid flex product, 2-layer, 4-layer, 6-layer and 10-layer. This is a 4-layer polyamide PCBs with P95 material with TG to 60 degrees centigrade. This is a 6-layer PCB with blind wire requirement with ENIG surface finish with control depth routing. You can see the control depth routing here, where it is starting from the top and then it is stopping at a particular places as per the customer requirement and tolerance is given. Also this is a blind wire with the multiple bonding cycles to meet the customer design requirements of the blind wire. This is a very specific sample with RO 90 ml PCB with 6 mil dielectric with 1.5 mm aluminum backup. This is a very specific product we made for one of our US customer and successfully completed their production orders as well. 92 ml material with 6 mil dielectric with 1.5 mm aluminum is a challenge for the PCB manufacturing. This is a 2-layer PCB with 6002 20 mil thickness with 1 ounce copper, and the size of the PCB is 24 inch by 3.6 inch. This is the largest PCB size with RT Duroid with wire bondable gold on copper with 2 to 4 micron for space project by Fineline. This PCBs we have produced successfully over a couple of years for one of the valued customers for the space with 0 defects achieved for the same.